Good evening, Bhante.
Good evening, sister, Chika, everybody. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the 14th, for the 14th day of our online Pali reading class. And today we will be discussing another two stanzas of the Ratana Sutta. As you know, before we get started, we're going to pay respect to the Buddha. Let's get ready for that. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. I met a couple of you last couple of days. I went to Kajang Buddhist Missionary Society Kajang branch. I met these sisters Yap and Hua Li, a couple of them. Oh, Young, you are here.
Good evening.
Yes, and yeah, I see your sister. Were you not able to log in from your laptop? Okay, okay. It's time. See, I hope that you will be able to join too. All right. So, and we have newcomers today. We have who are they? We have Meta Chong from Melaka, and we have see Sue Ban. I think she is with Wow, and then we have Lo from here, from Buddhist Mahavihara, and a couple of you. All right. Let's go check our. Okay, so we have done up until the sixth stanza of Ratana Sutta by last Thursday. So today we will be discussing and getting the pronunciation correct for the stanzas number 7 and number 8. So let me read. Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino gotama sasanam te pattipatta amatang vigaitha Ladha Mudha Niputing Bunjaman Idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitan Etena Sache Suatihu. Yeah, so it's a mixture of aspirate and non-aspirate, I would say, yeah, letters. So we will see how this works. So yeah, number folks from group 1 who would like to check pronunciation for the first time.
Any?
Yeah,
Okay.
and please go ahead.
Right. Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikkamino votamas sasanamhi te patipattha amatang vigaha ladda mudda niputim bunjamana. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena satchena suwati hotu.
Great. Could you read this part again?
Te patipatta amatang vigaha.
Where is Y? As a Y. Yeah.
Vigaya.
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 Vigaya. No, Vigaya.
Vigaya. Vigaya.
Vigaya.
Vigaya.
Good. Te patipatta amatang vigaya.
Te
And then this part too.
patipatta amatang vigaya. Ladda muda nibuting bunjamana.
Wait. So ladha mudha, because there's H.
Yeah.
So H,
Ladda muda nibuting bunjamana.
bunjamana. Yeah, great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Group 2. Group number 2. Anybody from group number 2?
Bhante, I try.
Is it?
May we?
Wait, may we? Yes, go ahead.
Ye supayuta manasa dalhena. Nika mido gotama sasanamhi. Te patipata amatam vigaiha. Lada muda nibutim bujamana. Idampi sanghe ratanam panetam. Etena satjena suwati hotu.
That's good. I mean, how about this word? Ladha mudha nibuting.
Bujamana.
What is it?
Bujamana.
You have not pronounced this part. Bunjamana. Bunj. There's an N sound.
Bunjamana.
Bunjamana. Not bujamana.
Bunjamana.
Ladha mudha.
Nibutim. Bunjamana.
Bunjamana. Yes,
Okay.
correct. All right, group 3. Someone from group 3. Is it Chupen? Okay. Yes, go ahead, please.
Ye supayuta manasa dahena. Nikamino gutama sasanamhi. Te patipata amatang vigaha. Lada muda nibutin bunjamana. Idangki sangge ratanam panitam. Etena satchena swati hotu.
Great. Group 4. You can raise the hand over the function over here. Group 4. Why in group 4?
Bhante, we here,
Yes.
group 4.
Group 4, yes. Go ahead.
Ye supayutha amanasa dalhena nikamino gotama sasanamhi. Te patipata amata vigaiha lada muda nibuting bunjamana. Mana. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suati hotu.
I have one particular word little differently, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, could you go for this one again? These 2 lines. Te patipatta.
Te patipata amata vigaiha.
This one. Te patipatta.
Te patipata amatang vigaiha.
Yeah.
Muda nibuting bunjamana.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, rest is okay. Group 5. Group 5.
Bhante, I try. I'm from group 5. Melinda
Okay,
here.
Melinda. Yes, Melinda.
Ye supayuta manasa dahena nikamino gotama sasanamhi Te patipatta amatam vigaha dada muda nibutim punjam mana. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Oh, great. For our newcomers, if you don't know what we are doing here, we have, great manager. So we have given you a group. That means whenever I ask somebody from group 1, 2, 3, 4, you can raise the hand over the function. So I will ask that person to read. That is how it works. So once we're done, if you really, again, if you want to recite it, I will give you the opportunity after. First, go by the group. So now group 6. Somebody from group 6? We have Suchita, we have Jesseline, Preeti, Tanswat, Usop, Neokim, Tantek, Suban. Yeah, Usop, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, unmute your mic and then recite.
Ye payutha manasa dahena nitam nitamino gotamasa namhi te patipattha amantang jit nika latha mutha niputu punjamana itampi sanghe rakhanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great. And then group 7.
Bhante, may I try? May
You from group 7, huh? Yes, yes,
Yes.
group 7.
May up
Yes.
here?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Ye
Yeah.
supayuta. Bhante, the words is a bit blur, Bhante.
See now?
Ye supayuta manasa dalhena nikamino gutama sasanamhi te patipata amantam vigaha lata mutta libutim bunjamana idami sangge ratana panitam etena sache suwati hotu.
Etena sachena swati hotu.
Etena sachena swati hotu.
Can you read this part again slowly?
This is the difficult part, Bhante.
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. Go slowly, then you will understand.
Okay. Lada muda nibutim bujamana. Is it correct, Bhante?
Ladha muda nibuting.
Bunjamana.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, good. Yes.
I'm
All
not
right.
confident. Okay.
Yeah, keep reciting. But for me, the pronunciation which I heard from you is correct. So yeah. Group 8. Group 8. CH. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Bhante. Read now.
Are you from group 8?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ye supayutta manasa dalhena nikka mino gotama sasanamhi te patipatta amatang vigaha latta muda nibutti bunjamana idampi sangge ratanang patitang etena
Ratana what?
ratanam patnitang, sorry. Okay. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suwati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Anybody else who wants to read other than those individuals from different groups? Susan, yes, please go ahead.
Bhante, Karina here.
I think I saw Susan. Susan, you want to read? Are you going to read, Susan? Are you? If so, please unmute and we'll read. And then Corina.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Yesupayuta manasa dalhena nikamino gotamasasa namhi te patipata amatam vigayaha lata muda nibutim bunjamana idampisangi ratanang panitang etana sachana suvati hotu.
Great. It seems yours is getting very much better, Susan. Pronunciation. Yes, great.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Corina? And then Ochu. Yeah.
Okay. Ye supa yuta manasa dahina. Nikamino gotama sasanamhi. Te pati pata amantam vigaiha. Lada muda niputim buhan jamana.
This part.
Idam-
Can you, what is it? Tadha Buddha Niputin.
Lada muda niputim bujan mana.
I think you drop N.
And
Bunjama, not Bujama. Bunj.
Bujam.
Bunj.
Bujana.
No, Bunj. See this N, you have to pronounce this N too.
Okay.
Bunjaman.
Bunjamana.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Ida muda nibuntin bunjamana. Idampi, correct?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Idampi sanghe ratanam panitam. Etena sachena suwaki hotu.
How do you pronounce this? Idampi
Sanghe.
Sankhe Ratanam
Ratanam
Panitam.
panitam.
Okay. All right.
Etena sachena suwaki hotu.
Swati. Yeah. And then I will ask Po Chu Wong to read.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Ye supayuta manasa dahena nikamino gottamasa sanamhi te patipata amatang vigaya ladda muda nibutim bunjamana idampi sange ratanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Great. And then Indra.
Thank
Indra.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante. Ye supayutta manasa dalhena nikamino gotama sasanamhi ye patipatta amatang vigayeha ladda muda nibbuting bunjamana idampi sange ratanang pranitang etena sachena subati hotu.
Great. Serena.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Yes.
Ye supayutta manasa dalhena nikamino gotama sasanamhi te patipata amatang vigaiha lada muda nibutin bunjamana idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suvati hotu.
Great. Anyone else? Please raise the hand over here if you want to read. All right. Seems there are no.
Bhante? Bhante,
Yes.
Subang.
Subha wants
Okay,
to read? Okay, good.
Ye supayukta manasa dahena nikamino gotama sasanamhi. Te patipata amatang vigaya lada muda nibutim bunjamana. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena satchena swati hotu.
Okay, so could you go again for this part? Te patipatta.
Te patipata amatang vigayiha.
Vigay. Yeah, a lot of people get confused here. All right. Yeah, great. Low BL. She's new to our discussion, our class today. Yeah, but
Thank
good.
you, Bhante.
Yes.
Okay, I try. Ye
Yes.
super yuta manasa darhina. Nikamino gotama sasanamhi. Te patipata amatang vigayiha. Lada muda nibuktim bunjamana. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suvati hotu.
Great. Thanks. Good. Others? All right. That means we're going to move on to the next one. Okay. This has a very different emphasis about the conversation, I mean the discussion, but let's see. Yatin the kilo patter. Now here, this is another way to say patavisito. I mean, another variant, but we say the Sri Lankan way. Yatin the, this is a Burmese way. Yatin the kilo pataving sitosia. Chatubbivatevi asampakampi. Tatupamang sappurisang vadami. Yo ariya satchani avijjapasati. Idam sange ratanam panitang. Etena satchena swati. Let me pull up maybe this one. Probably much easier. That part, because that one is the Burmese one. They have some variance issues actually. The way that they all right, let's read from here. Okay. All right, so Yatin the kilo pataving sitosia Chatubhi vatebi ovatehi asampakampiyo. Tatupamang sappurisang vadami yo ariya satchani avijjapasati. Idampi sanghe patanang hitang etena satchena swati. Yeah, good one. Yeah, somebody from group one.
If no one from group one, then I will try any.
Yeah, Annie, go ahead.
Yating dakilo patavim sitosia. Chatubbi vatehi asampakampio. Tatu pamang sappurisang vadami. Yo ariya satchani avicca pasati. Idampi sange ratanang panitang. Etena satchena suvati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Thank you,
Group,
Bhante.
group two. Group two. Young SM, yes. Young Swimoy, yeah.
Yeah, Bhante. Ya ti ta kilo patawing situsia chatu bi one tehi as
Chatubbi what?
wa tehi.
Okay.
I read the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Chatu bi wa tehi asam pa ka piyo tatu pamang sapurisang wan dami yo ariya satchani avicha pasati idang ve sange ratanang panitang etenang satchanang swati hotu.
Okay. I know that slowing down in reciting is okay. You will understand how to read that easily. But at the same time, try to read the whole word in one shy.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It doesn't make any big issue.
Thank you.
Great. So group number 2, group number 3.
Bhante, if no one Corina here, can I?
Yeah, Corina,
respond?
please go ahead.
Yati dangkilo patawin sito siya. Chatubi watehi asampakampio. Tatu pamam sapurisam wadami. Yo aryasa chani avecha pasati. Idampi sanghe ratanam panitam. Etena sachena suaki hotu.
Did I hear Idampi Sanghe or Idampi Sanghe?
Idampi sanghe ratanam
Not Sanghe, Sanghe.
ke.
There's G here. Let me show you. There's G over here. So if you cut it, then yes, Sanghe. But there's Sanghe, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you try again?
Idampi sanghe
No,
ratanam
Idampi Sanghe. Ghe.
sanghe ke. Ge.
Ah,
Idampi sanghe. Sanghe.
Idampi Sanghe Ratanang
Ratanam
Panitam.
panitam.
Ah,
Etena sachena suaki hotu.
okay, so when you chant, you have to pronounce with G. Is a part of it. Sanghe. Sanghe Ratanam Panitam. All right.
Sanghe. Okay.
Yes. Yes, good. You are catching up.
Okay.
Then group 4. Group 4, anybody? Oi, yes.
Yes, Bhante, thank you. Yatin dakilo patawing sitosia. Chatubi watehi asampakampio. Tatu pamang sapurisang wadami. Yo Arya secani aveja pasati. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu. Thank you, Bhante.
So group number 4. I think you are group number 5. Group 5.
Can you read class? I'm from group 5.
Group 4. Yeah, are you?
I'm from group 5, Pradnya.
Group 5. Okay, Pradnya, go ahead.
Yeah. Yatin dakhilo pataving sitosia chatubhivatehi asampakamapiyo tathupapam sapurisam vadami yo arya sachani avecha pasati idampi sanghe ratanam panitam etena sachena suvati hotu.
I think you beautifully pronounced this Sangha part. Can you do it for other people? Just let them hear. Idampi.
Idampi sanghe ratanam
Idampi
panitam.
Sanghe. See? Great. Yeah. Okay, Pradnya. And group 6. Group 6. Anybody from group 6? Groups, okay, full song, yes.
King Takilo Kata Ya Suki Watehi Asamka Kampiyo Tatu Pamang Puismatari Yo Awecha Sati Itami Sanghe Tatanang Panitan Etena Chena Swati Otu.
Okay. Group 7. Yes. Group 7. 7? Do we have Shirley here today?
Yes, Bhante.
Oh, go ahead.
Yatinda kilo pathavi itosia patubi watehi asam kampiyo
Assam
patupama
what?
asam pa kampiyo patupama sapurisam wadami yo ariya patmani aveka kasati idampi sanghe ratanang anitang tetena sachena wati hotu.
Great. Yeah. Then group 8. Yeah. Group 8. Somebody from group 8. Secha. Yeah.
Bhante, recognize nobody raise their hand. Okay. Read now. Ya tidak kilo patawin sitosia. Catup bi watehi asampak kampio. Tatu panang asapurisang wadami yo Arya Sachani wa awecha pasati idampi sangge ratanam panitang. I read again. Idampi sangge ratanam panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Great.
Thank you.
It seems some others are a little shy to recite today. Why is it? Are you thinking that you're going to be reciting in the wrong way? You have to recite, otherwise you won't be able to understand. Otherwise, get check. Okay, others. Now I give the opportunity to anybody to recite. Okay, we have Pocho. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Okay. Yatinda kili. Sorry, cannot see so well. Put it differently.
Let me.
Yatinda kilo patawin sitosia. Chatubi watehi asampakampiyo. Tatupamam sapurisang wadami. Yo Arya Sachani awecha pasati. Idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suwati hotu.
Yeah, great.
Sorry.
Indra.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Yatinda kilo pathabing sito siya chatupi batehi asampakampiyo tatu pamang sapurisang badami yo Arya Sachani avetsa passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena sachena subati hotu.
All right. And then we have Melinda.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, Bhante. Yatin dakilo patawin sito siya chatubi vatehi asampa kamiyo.
Asampa kampiyo.
Asampa kampiyo. Tatu paman sapurisan wadami yo Arya Sachani awecha pasati idampi sangge ratanang panitang etena sachena suwati hotu.
Great. And then Serena.
Thank you, Bhante. Ya dinta kilo patawin sito siya. Chatupi watehi asampa kampiyo. Tatu pamam sapurisam wadami. Yo Arya Sachani avecha pasati. Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang. Etena sachena suwati hotu.
Okay. Can you read the first word here? First word. Yeah.
Yatinda kilo.
Kilo. Yatinda kilo.
Kilo.
Ki.
Yatinda ki.
Kilo.
Okay. Yatinda kilo.
Kilo.
Patavin.
Patavin Sitosia. Yeah. The rest is okay.
Sitosia.
Yeah, don't worry. The rest is okay. I heard well. Long, Bia. Yes.
Yatinda kilo patavin sitosia. Chatubi vatebi asampa kampio. Tatu pamang sapurisang vadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avecha Pasati. Idampi Sange Ratanang Panitang. Etena Sachena Subati Hotu.
Now you can see that there is a variant here. You see Vatehi and also Vatehi. Chatuppi Vatehi. Now Sri Lankan variant goes B, Vatehi Assam. This is the Burmese one actually. Vatehi, B and he, they both are correct actually.
Oh, B.
You see, Yatinda kilo Patavis Sitosia. This is Burmese. Should be Pataving Sitosia, Sri Lankan tradition. But here again, there is a small variant thing. Chatubbi Vatehi O Vatebi Assam. Yeah. Just to show you. And then we have Rashmi. Yeah, Rashmi, let's go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante. Yathinda kilo patavi sitosiya chatubhi vatehi asampakampiyo tathupamang sappurisam vadami yo ariya sachani avecha passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena sachena suvatti hotu.
Great. And we have Tiham today. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yatinda kilo patavin sitosia chatuppi vatehi asampakampiyo tatupamang sapsurisang vadami yo arya sachani avicca passati idampi sange ratanam panitang etena sachena swasti hotu.
One thing to concern is that the aspirate, I mean, it's okay, but when we are reciting, if it is possible, it is convenient for you to say, Yatinda kilo patavin sitosia chatubhi vatehi o vatebi asampakampiyo. Tatupama, because there's H here, right? See? Tatupamang sappurisang vadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avicca Passati. Idampi, then again, not Sanghe. Sanghe. Idampi Sanghe Ratanam Panita. Etena Sachena Suvadhi Ho. Yeah. Then we have Chupen. Yes.
Okay. Yatinda kilo patavin sitosia. Chatobi watebi asampa kampiyo. Tatu pamang sapurisam vadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avecha Pasati. Idampi Sanghe Ratanam Panitam. Etena Sachena Suvati Hotu.
Dampok, see, she got the Vate B variant. Your chanting book, see? It is Vate B. That's a Sri Lankan style variant. But Vate He is the Burmese one. So there's no problem. Just let you know, when you find out the Ratana Sutta in many other places, don't need to be confused, the same thing. Yana? Yes.
Yatinda kilo patavim sitosia chatubi vatehi asampakampiyo tatupamang sapurisang vadami yo Arya Sachani Avecha Passati idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitang etena Sachena Suvati Hotu.
Can you pronounce Sanghe by thinking that there is an aspirate here? Sanghe.
Sanghe.
Not Sanghe. When you say Sanghe, it's like without this G, without this H part. You can still say Sanghe. 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 Idampi Sanghe Ratanam.
Sanghe. Idampi Sanghe
Sanghe Ratanam.
Sanghe Ratana
Yes.
Panitang.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Good. All right. Anybody else? You giving
Bhante, I
anybody?
try. Bhante, I try.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Yatinda kilo patavin sito siya. Chatubi watebi asampa kampio. Tatu pamang sapurisang wadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avecha Passati. Idampi Sange Ratanang Panitang. Etina Sachena Swati Hotu.
This part, share.
Which part?
This part, the one that I highlighted just now.
Can't see.
Chatubi.
Watebi.
Huh?
Watebi.
Not Vatebi. Vatebi. Vatehi or Vatebi. Chatubi. Va. Long A. Vate.
Watebi.
Chatubi. Vatehi or Vatebi. The rest is okay. You want to try again? Can go from the beginning. Yatinda kilo.
Yatinda kilo patavin sito siya. Chatubi watebi asampa kampio. Tatu pamang sapurisang wadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avecha Passati. Idampi Sange Ratanang Panitang. Etina Sachena Swati Hotu.
All right. If anybody else wants to read, if not, we're going to the discussion part. I would say explanation part.
Bhante, I would like to try one more time.
One more time. You mean the last one?
Yeah, the last one.
This one? Okay, go ahead.
No, was not ready. Yatinda kilo tatavim sito siya. Chatubihi watehi asampa kampio. Tatu pamam sapurisam wadami. Yo Arya Sachani Avecha Passati. Idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitang. Etena Sachena Suwati Hotu.
This line again. Second one.
Chatubi watehi asampa kampio.
Asampa kampio.
Kampio.
Kampio. You might sometimes get this problem. Say kapio, not kapio. You say kapio, but asampa kampio. Kampio.
Asampa kampio.
Kampio.
Kampio. Asampa kampio.
Not cup, because you know the kapio. Supporter. It is asampa kampio.
Asampa kampio.
Kampio. Not 2P, only 1P. The previous letter is M. So asampa kampio. Not if you say cup, then that goes to the other word that you already know. Asampa os kampio.
Asampa kampio.
Great. Yes, great. All right. Now let's go back to explanation part here. Okay, so now we have come to understanding the Sangha actually. Now I think I explained to you who is the Sangha. Who is the Sangha, them folks? I think I gave you a very thorough explanation about Sangha last Thursday. Who is Sangha? Sangha, the word itself means community by literal sense. But by the bigger meaning of Sangha means a community of spiritually attained individuals. That goes to lay people too. Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasaka. Right? But there you understand Sangha by the community of spiritually attained ones, and Sangha by society. Sangha by society is the one you normally understand, because you go to a temple, you offer dana, whatever, you only take Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, the societal version. Society version is that. But the true Sangha, the text, Nikaya text, early Buddhist texts, I would say Buddhist understanding is anybody who attain, Sotapanna. That is, yeah. Now we are understanding more about these Sangha now here as we continue with the verses. Let's go. Now the stanzas describe their characteristics. Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena nikhamino gotama sasanam te patipatta amatang jayo ladha buddha niputing bujamana. All right. So now it says their sort of characteristics of how they operate, function themselves, and then why they are such. Suppayutta. What is suppayutta? Now, ye means those of them who have dalhena manasa. Dalhena means a steadfast, I would say, a firm. It's not strong. I would say not strong. It is firm. Firm means it will not go down again. It will not go back to slacken mind. The mind is slacken, it can go through a lot of problems. So it is not strong, because when the energy is too strong, you will get into other problems too. It is, I would say, firm mind. It is firm, then it is at the right level. So those of them whose minds are firm and that are devoted to, dedicated to, committed to. Suppayutta means this part, dedicated to. And firm mind means dalhena manasa. Dalhena means firm. Manasa means mind. Now we understand these Sangha who have at least became Sotapannas. Their minds. Now you have to take all the other Sangha too. Anybody who became a Sangha by attaining Sotapanna, or rest of the other 10, maybe Sakadagami, maybe Anagami, maybe Arahant. So they all have this version. That means even when you attain Sotapatti, your mind becomes firm and your mind becomes very dedicated to the practice. Suppayutta. Then Nikhamino Gotama Sasanam. Now, where they are devoted to, dedicated to, take this from here to Gotama Sasana. They are dedicated to, they are committed to the teaching of the Buddha. I mean, Shakyamuni Buddha's order. Now, those of them who have firm minds and they are dedicated to, committed to the Shakyamuni Gotama. Gotama means, what is Gotama actually? What are the names that the Buddha had at that time? How did he get the name called Gotama? What is Gotama?
His family clan.
It's a family
name.
Right. Actually, in some of the Hindu temples in southern India, they sometimes ask, what is your, I would say, family lineage name, maybe tribe. So some people lie to them actually. I'm from Vamana, I'm from Bharadwaja, I'm from Gotama. So they let them in. Just if you say another word that is really low caste, oh no, you can't let in the Kovila temple. No, you are not welcome. Monks are not welcome to those temples at any time, because they know the Buddha actually ordained from low caste. Anybody. So anyways, it's kind of a name that the Buddha got from his family lineage, nomenclature, Gotama. What are the other words that we use for the Buddha? Shakyamuni Buddha, then Gotama. He has a name which was given by Anya Kondanja, Brahmin, Siddhartha. Right? Okay, so here what we understand is that the Sangha who have at least attained the Sotapanna, their minds are firm and they are dedicated, they are committed to we have to add that implied meaning to the development of the Gotama stage, Buddha's order. And they are also Nikhamino. Nikhamino means, what is Kamino? Kamino? Kama means, I would say, sensual desire. They are free from. So when you add ni, that that is anti, in terms of the particular idea that is given after that. So nikkhamino, they are free from sensual desires. Are they free from desires, some books? Are they free from desires, or
No, not yet. The Sotapanna level, not yet.
Sotapanna has some desires, but the word desire can be taken in a good way also. You know, the word called chanda, chanda, chanda. The Buddha says in the Samavayana, chandang janeti viryang vayaviti pagganhati padahati. That means chanda is taken in a good way. When you want to do more dhamma, you need some chanda. Chanda means desire. So desire could go, it's kind of a neutral word. That means it could be positive, it could be neutral. It could be negative too. So Sotapanna still have some negative desires, I would say. What are the desires they may have? What are the desires they may have? They may still have, that they have to overcome in the next, probably in this life, in the last life, or maybe in the next 7 lives. So they are only living for 7 lives. They still have kama raga. That means you can become a Sotapanna and then spend your lay life, your household. Like Vishaka. Vishaka was a Sotapanna even before she married. Now some people want to become Sotapanna, because of that they want to become monks. But Vishaka was already a Sotapanna and she spent a very good life in that way. See the difference. But they still have Kamaraga. Sotapanna still have Kamaraga. But the Kamaraga that they have is manageable to them. They know what to do with that. Okay? It is manageable to them. What are the other things that are struggling to, other attained ones? Sotapanna, you still have Kamaraga. Not only Sotapanna has Kamaraga, but also Sotapanna has Ruparaga and Aruparaga. What are they? I think I'm not writing down. Huh? You might be puzzled what I'm talking. Huh? Let's take here. Right. Now I said Sotapanna still have Kamaraga. Kamaraga means sensual desire. Then I said they also have Ruparaga. What is Ruparaga?
Desire to be born in Rupa realm.
Rupa worlds.
Desire for Rupa Vachara, next birth in Rupa Vachara.
Yes.
Arupa raga.
Yeah. Then Aruparaga means
desire to be born in Arupa realms.
The same. Desire to be born in Arupa realms. That means Raga is not an easy thing to overcome. Right? It is not as easy as you think. But the idea here is that what we want to make sure is not become very worried about the Raga. What we want to do is that at least to attain Sotapanna. Because the rest will happen in the proper way. When you become a Sotapanna, you will only spend another 7 lives maximum. You are able to go to the next level very easily. So becoming a Sotapanna is the most important thing. Now here, these Sotapannas have been free from sensual desires. Are they free from sensual desires? Are they Sotapannas? No. Now here at this point, Ratana Sutta talks about Arahants, not Sotapannas. Right? Now this version, this 7th stanza is talking about Arahants, because we know Sotapannas, Sakadagamis, they all have Raga, I would say Kama Raga. Only Anagamis going to get rid of Kama Raga. Te patti patta amatang bigaihe. They have attained and entered the deathless. Now this is about Nibbana. How do we understand this part? Patipatta. Patipatta means attain. Attain. They have attained. Attain. Amatang Vigaiha. Vigaiha also another term for entered. Entering or entered here. This is kind of past participle. Entered the Amatang. What is Amatang?
Deathless. Deathless.
Deathless. That means
Nibbana.
Nibbana. So Nibbana means deathless. So we take the word called Amata. How do we understand this word called Amata? Now, Amata is normally taken as the Deva's food. Amata. We have a word called nectar or ambrosia. Devas become deathless in that case, but Devas are not becoming deathless in terms of Nibbana. Amatang is another word for the Nibbana, where you are not going to die after. So now these Arahants have attained, in other words, entered the deathless Nibbana. Not even that. Ladha, Mudha, Nibbuti, Mujja. Nibbana is further given into further details. Ladha, they have obtained the Nibbana. Mudha. Mudha means they say they obtain Nibbana in the way of Mudha. What is Mudha? M-U-D-H-A. Free. Nibbana is free. Now you have to pay a lot of things to obtain. Going for different places to get even an understanding about Nibbana. But at that time, how the Buddha explained was Nibbana is free. They got it for free. Right? Nibbana, they were able to enter the Nibbana. They were able to understand Nibbana for free. Ladha, Muda, Nibbuting, Bunjamana. Bunjamana means enjoy. Can you enjoy Nibbana? Bunjamana. Nibbuting, Bunjamana. They say you can enjoy. I would say better word could be experience. You know, you don't enjoy Nibbana, but experience. It's kind of an experience. So now, at this point, it is said, all those Arahants, they experience that stillness, happiness, which they have gotten free of charge. Ladha Muda Nibbuti. Now we have to understand a bit of this particular word. This is similar to Nibbana. Nibbuti. Nibbuti. Anyone remembers this word somewhere in the Pali text? Nibbuti. Nibbuti. Remember when Kisa Gautami saw Prince Siddhartha before he left the house, she said something. She said, Nibbutanuna Samata, Nibbutanuna Sopita. She said, if anybody owns this particular young man, maybe parents, maybe spouse, they own should be peaceful people. Nibbuti means peace. Nibbuti, in other words, means the state where you're getting after attaining Nibbana. Right? Nibbana is the highest peace. Do we have other levels of peace? Yes. When you are so tired, when you get into the bed, you feel I'm so peaceful, right? That peace is a different peace. Right? When you soak in the water, when you have other type of relaxation, you say, oh, so peaceful. You see, kind of a lower level of the peace. But this peace, what you call Nibbuti. Nibbuti means your raga, dosa, moha, fires. They are fires. We call them as fires. They have been fully extinguished. They have been fully extinguished. Right? I think they are fires even the fire brigades cannot extinguish. Now you can see the fire brigades come and then they just, try to, stop fire, going here and there. But our fires that are within, they are fires that you only can do by yourself. Not other people can do anything. So, raga dosa, loba dosa, moha. So the perfect, I would say, completion, perfect ending, perfect extinguishment of raga dosa, moha, loba dosa, moha is nibbute. Now Arahants have attained that nibbute for free. All right, so we understand. This is another thing that we should appreciate Sangha, because they have firm minds, they are dedicated to the practice of the Buddha's sasana, they are free from sense desires, and they have attained and entered the Nibbana, and they are experiencing Nibbana, which they got, which they received for free. Any questions before we jump into the second one? Stanza 8. All right. No questions. We're going to go to the next stanza now. Yatin the kilo, Pathaving Setos. Maybe I'm going to take the other text over here. Yatin the kilo, Pathaving Setosia, Chatubivati, Vi Asam. Right? Right. Okay, so we have to understand a couple words here. In the kilo. What is in the kilo? This Pali word. We call it a firm post. What is it actually? Why it was used at that time? Now, in the kilo is something that the kings used at that time to mark their boundaries, mark the city boundary. So when they establish this in the kilo, that is firmly established, so that the others know that this is the king's city post, this is the king's areas. Nobody should trespass. And if somebody is going to trespass, they have to go through some consequences. So in the kila means what you call the firm post. Actually, the word comes from Indra. Indra means Sakka, the highest god in the Tavatins. His establishment, that means in the kila means it is like he came over there. He's protecting. He is so firm with that post idea. Just as in the kila, I would say the firm post, Setosia sunk in the earth, maybe in the city area, which is not swayed by any winds. What kind of winds? Chatubbivatebi asampakami. What are the 4 types of winds? Winds coming from the north, winds coming from the south, winds coming from the west, winds coming from the east. Now you think about the Indakila is here, right in the middle, in the city. Now winds come out to the Indakila this side, eastern side, southern side, and the western side. But Indakila is not swayed because it's so established, it's deeply established on that ground by the king. Just as a firm post, that means Indakila is established in that particular area of the earth, maybe the place, which cannot be shaken or swayed by the 4 winds: northern wind, western wind, southern wind, eastern wind. Asampa kampio. Kampio means shaken. Kampa. I think you may have heard this word, kampio. Kampa, that means shaken. Now, the Buddha is trying to create a connection to this incident, this example, like what is going with the Indakila. Tatupamang sappurisang vadam. The verse says, I compare Sangha to this establishment of the Indakila by the king. Because when the Indakila was rooted, established in the center of the city, and nobody can change it. It even cannot be shaken, swayed by any winds. In the same way, I say, when someone attains, now at this point, I would say become an arahant, or at that point, I say they cannot be shaken. They cannot be swayed by anything. Because, why is it? They aveccha pasati. They perceive, pasati here, perceive Ariya Satchan. What are they? What are the Ariya Satchan, folks? Ariya Satchan?
Is it
Noble
truth?
truth.
Truth.
Four noble truths.
Truth.
Ariya Satchani means four noble truths. Now this Arahant Sangha perceive the four noble truths in a different way. What is that different way? It is not just perceiving, they perceive aveccha. What is aveccha? What is aveccha? I think it's not translated here. The Pali word aveccha. What is aveccha? Let's see here too. So check. Aveccha has a very particular meaning in Pali about saddha. See here.
Perfect faith.
Aveccha means perfectly. Now this perfectly, actually completely perfectly. How do we understand this perfect thing? Now in when the Buddha talks about saddha, you know saddha, right? What is saddha? What is saddha?
Faith,
They say faith.
Confidence.
Faith.
Saddha means faith.
Confidence.
I think as Buddhists, we are not supposed to have faith, because faith is a Christian term.
Confident.
You could say confidence, but initially we say
Trust.
the absolute, I would say unending trust about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. We go to that trust after a careful investigation of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Faith is something that you simply follow, blindly follow somebody. This is what we understand, because we have two types of saddha: amolika saddha, akaravati saddha. Let me type that here. This amolika saddha. This one is called baseless saddha. Baseless saddha. Then akaravati saddha. This one is, I would say, saddha with panya. Let's say that way. It's pretty easy to understand. That means before you try to trust about Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you have to investigate anything with panya. This does not mean the Dhamma knowledge, okay? Don't get confused with Dhamma knowledge. Just because you know some Dhamma, don't think that you have to rationalize everything. Some people misunderstand this thing. Oh, I know Dhamma, so I have to do this and I know. Because we can't do that that way. The Buddha said, before you respect anything, you need to do a little bit of panya, kind of an investigation with panya. Panya is not only the knowledge. Panya basically means that you are trying to see that particular thing in bit of search, your own personal search, maybe your reading, maybe your personal experience and all that. That is how you are going to understand. Not just the book knowledge. The book knowledge is not enough. Book knowledge alone is not enough to use panya. So amolika saddha is faith. You really look at Pali text, it is faith. We say trust about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. But not even just the trust about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. There's something else here. Again, I'm going to show you. Avecchapasa. It is said in many suttas, Buddhe avecchapasa, Dhamme avecchapasa, Sanghe avecchapasa. That means our saddha should not be changing time to time. Is our saddha changing time to time? About Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha? Not about the Buddha, right? Not about the Dhamma, right? How about the Sangha? Is your saddha going here and there? Go on a slippery slope? Some people saddha about sangha go here and there. Every community has different people, right? So we have to understand sangha from a different understanding. Right? If you put that good monk, bad monk mentality, you will always catch up with the bad monk. Right? Then you have a very distorted idea about the bad monk. Everywhere has good, bad. Actually, you cannot understand anybody's sila from outside. Sila is a very personal thing. We never know from outside. So never ever lose your saddha about any sangha member. You know why? If you lose it, you will bring to the whole sangha community. Oh, sangha, oh, yes, because you look at it from that only one sangha member. Sangha is sangha. In every community, there are different people. So never ever drop your unending saddha practice just because of one particular. So the Buddha said, these sangha members who have attained nibbana, they perceive nibbana every moment completely without any residue. As you can see here, aveccha. Yo ariya satchani aveccha passa. Idam sangiratana panita. Now I have another word to show you. What is it? Sappurisang. Tatupamang sappurisang. Now the Buddha says that these sangha, arahant sangha, they are sappurisas. Who is a sappurisa?
Wise man.
Wise man? Okay, let's see that here.
Arya.
Sappurisa. And then we have asappurisa. We have bala. We have pandita. So many words in Pali.
Righteous, Bhante, righteous.
So how do we understand these people? Who are they? How do we understand Sappurisa, Sappurisa, Bala, Pandita? Where do we find these two terms? Sevana cha Balanan, Panditanan cha Sevana. There, Mangala Sutta says.
Associate.
Yeah, so Bala and Pandita. That means, Bala means we call them unwise people, and Pandita means wise people. Actually, the higher version of wise people comes under Sappurisa.
Sappurisa.
Because there's a sutta called Sevitabba Sutta. Let's go and check that one. The Buddha clearly explains Sappurisa. Sevitabba Sutta. Let me go here. Find that way. Okay, Majjhima Nikaya 114. Let's see if we could find the translation. Okay, this is a very deep translation. Very old Protestant type of translation. See, 1927. You're gonna go then here, Majjhima Nikaya 114. Let's go. Right. Here, 150 and 114 here. All right, Sevitabba Sutta. What should not be cultivated? And see this translation. All right, somewhere in this sutta says that what do you call how to how to understand the Sappurisa and how to understand an Asappurisa actually. The Buddha says, if someone can think good thoughts all the time, if someone can speak good words all the time, if someone can do good actions all the time, that person is a Sappurisa. But if somebody is always talking bad words, bad speech, if someone is always thinking of, with bad thoughts, if someone is always coming up with bad thoughts, bad speech, and bad actions, that is a Asappurisa. So I think the fruition, the pinnacle, the highest level of this Sappurisa interpretation goes to Arahants. They are the highest Sappurisas. Do we have a difference between Sappurisa and Kalyana Mitta?
Yes.
That's a good one. Who is a Kalyana Mitta? Kalyana Mittas are not necessarily Arahants.
Yes.
We need Kalyana Mittas to become Arahants, support us. But when you become an Arahant, you will become Sappurisa, the highest version of Sappurisa. So that is how we understand Sappurisa, right? Then, I think,
Bhante,
yes.
yeah, on here.
Yeah, it be on.
Yeah, when you mentioned about Sappurisa, can we use the word virtuous, the highest virtuous for Arahant? Because they are
Now, Purisa, now if you go by the literal translation, Purisa means man, human. Sappu means good. If you literally translate, it's a good person. But the problem is, it has to be understood according to the context which it was used. Now here, Ratana Sutta, it is alluded to the Arahants.
Okay.
So we cannot simply say virtuous one, because Arahants have the highest virtues. Now we also say when you are a good person, you are a virtuous person, even among the unenlightened people, right? So I would say here Sappurisa means the highest version of it. It is implied in that word. The highest, I would say the wisest people, right? Wisest beings. Those are the ones who have attained Nibbana. Okay, so what we're going to understand here from the both stanzas is that this stanza, number 7, explains about the nature of Arahants and what they are doing. Because they are very steadfast, they are very firm-minded, and they are doing a lot of things committed to the Buddha Sasana, and they have attained Nibbana. And it's a little funny here, they have attained that for free. Huh? That's Mudha. Mudha means free, right? You can see it here. Mudha. Pali word Mudha means free, right? And that is what it says. And then stanza number 8, verse number 8 says about how Arahants perceive the noble truths. Furthermore, even after they became Arahants, because they perceive Four Noble Truths completely. Now I have a question. How do we perceive Four Noble Truths? Now Arahants perceive it fully. They Four Noble fully. How are we perceiving the Four Noble Truths? How do they make sense to us? How do they seem to us? We mostly take them as
Yathabhuta Dasanam, one has to realize it on their experiential level. Everybody has their satcha. Everybody's truth is different. On the experiential level, there should be one should attend this, understand this such Four Noble Truths
Now this is the issue actually. Let me show you.
by doing vipassana.
Well, we don't need to go to that kind of level, but Buddha clearly says in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, this is the problem. Let me show you. Now, every noble truth has 3 as perspectives and 12 aspects. That means we normally perceive every noble truth at the level of a knowledge, Satchanya. Let's say Dukkha Arya Satcha, Dukkha Samudaya Arya Satcha, Dukkha Nirodha Arya Satcha, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Arya Satya. Now we mostly deal with the knowledge part of Satya Jnana. We are not very much into the Kichya Jnana of that noble truth. See, we are not into the Katha Jnana. Katha means that you will get it after you practice what you are supposed to practice. That is why we are not able to. I think you didn't see that, right? Okay, as you can see over here, you see my screen, right? Okay. Everyone see my screen? You can see?
Yes, Bhante.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Now see here, we perceive as unenlightened beings every noble truth at the level of the Satya. For us, it is just a knowledge, mere knowledge. But if we further develop other levels, I would say what we are supposed to practice in terms of the first noble truth, what we are supposed to practice in terms of the second noble truth, what we are supposed to practice in terms of the third noble truth, what we are supposed to practice in terms of the fourth noble truth. Then only we will slowly walk toward that path, at least to make a change, that transformation. That is why we don't perceive the Four Noble Truths fully. We are going to copy and send it here into the chat so you can check it later. Okay. Any questions for today?
Bhante, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, this avijja pasati. Remember, I was asking you about you were saying about janato pasato. Is this the same pasati and pasato same?
Pasati is same, but avicca is different. Avicca is an addition to the passato.
So the meaning is different already.
No. Passato means seeing.
Seen, correct.
Janato
Same.
is knowing. But
Yes.
here there's an additional word that has come to the middle. Avicca pasati. That means you see fully. Actually, you will see fully only when you attain Nibbana. But that means for the time being, what we are supposed to do is we should be able to see, we should be able to know and then to see that particular phenomenon with regard to our defilements. Then one day, when we attain Nibbana, that means we have avicca part. We will have avicca. That means we fully understand, we fully see everything.
I see.
Because we
Thank
see
you.
a fraction of the problem, we see a fraction of the event. We don't see fully.
Okay, Bhante, another question. There's this, you were saying this, even this Sotapanna has this Kama Raga. Does that mean this, the one that attained the Sakadagami? No, Anagami. Anagami has no more Kama Raga because you see they are not coming anymore. Is it true? Is it correct?
Let me tell you first.
Sorry?
Let me tell you this first.
Okay.
Do not worry about the Kama Raga. Worry about whether you are able to finish the Sansara journey. Kama Raga is only one problem. There are many other problems. If you make sure that you have certainly established, maybe entered the stream, Sotapanna, that means you are good. Kama Raga will go away. Because once you attain Sotapanna, Kama Raga will be a small thing to you. So, but if you ask some specific things, I would say, in the process, some people become Arahant after become a Sotapanna. Right? It depends on different people's levels. So let's say you become a Sakadagami, that means you still have Kama Raga. But then at the level of Anagami, let's say you became an Anagami, at that point, you are going to fully get rid of Kama Raga. It says at the level of Sakadagami, you kind of attenuate, you kind of reduce Kama Raga to a certain level. But for my understanding, we should not worry about Kama Raga. What we should worry about is whether we can attain Sotapanna by getting rid of Sakkaya Ditti, Vicikiccha, Sila Patiparana. Then Kama Raga will find its way out automatically.
Bhante, one more question. This just now you were saying the muda, muda. Okay, this one you said it comes free. That means it comes with when the condition is right. That means when the whatever practice is right, is like a maturity of a fruit. Is it correct? Do I understand it correctly?
No, muda here means now in today's world there is no free lunch. Huh?
Yes.
You have to pay for everything, even for a water bottle.
Yes.
So now what we see about attaining nibbana seems to us here is that like you follow the correct practice from the Buddha, and then if you are successful, you are becoming an arahant. You are attaining nibbana. So that means it's a free journey. If you make up your mind, if you really navigate that path, then you are attaining that nibbana. It's a free that. So arahants feel to themselves that we have been able to receive it for free. There's nothing to pay for it at that time.
Yeah.
Probably the Buddha is trying to say that you don't have to, at that time for people, you have to pay for anything, right? It's a free thing, right? Maybe inviting them to think about this is a free thing. Maybe at that time Hindu people, they had to pay for a lot of things. They had to pay for the priest. They had to pay for the what you call oblation stuff, for the fire. Buddha is trying to tell people that this is a free thing. You only need to make up your mind. You need to just transform your mind. So that kind of an idea is there.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Understand. Thank you.
Right? I heard somebody else is trying to ask a question. If not, any more questions?
Bhante, will you hear?
Yes.
Bhante, Sappurisa always refer to arahants?
No,
Or-
not necessarily.
No.
In the context. That's why I said it depends. It is under the context. Now here in the Ratana Sutta, it is alluded to the arahants. But in the Sevitabba Sutta, normal good people, maybe unenlightened people who are becoming who are becoming arahants at a certain point. Mangala Sutta, you don't see Sappurisa. You see Bala and Pandita is like a general way of understanding.
Bhante, Dhammapada verse 54, there's the word Sappurisa. So it refers to a good person just.
Can you recite that stanza so I can give you a good explanation about it?
Recite that stanza.
Maybe I can find it. Let's go find it.
Sabba disa Sappuriso Pavati.
Let's go and see. It's about
Flower chapter, Bhante.
What's the number? 94.
54. 54.
Right. Up here. 54. Okay. Napuppa gando pativatameti na chandanam tagara mallikava satancha gando pativatameti sabbadisa sappuriso. This is about the what do you call virtuous person. I would say this is about an arahant, because arahant, you have to take it from the figurative sense here, because it says the scent of the fragrance of the flowers, they normally, what do you call, blows not against the wind, but the fragrance of the arahants, they go everywhere. It is not the material joystick or fragrance. It is the fragrance in the sense of, I would say, acceptance about such enlightened folks. Arahants actually. We should not take from the normal fragrance, because normal fragrance has a sort of a direction. Let's say you burn a joystick incense, and you know that how far it can go. So arahants are accepted everywhere. Arahants, what you call receptivity is farther than those normal materials. So in that stanza, Sappurisa means arahants. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. So you have to understand based on the context. All right. I think that's all for today. So we're going to then transfer to Carlos. May all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today be transferred to all the departed ones. Passed away in the name of all of us. May departed ones be well and happy. If they were reborn in a place of pain, may they be able to release from those painful realms and then to be reborn in happy realms. And then thereby they are able to practice, listen and practice more Dhamma, and finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita huntu jnatiyo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita huntu jnatiyo. Idam me jnati nang hotu sukhita huntu jnatiyo. Last week, one of our participants here, Christine, her husband passed away. Actually, I went to the funeral too with some of our Kajang friends over here. So we think about him too. At the same time, may all the good karmas be shared by all the Deva, Naga, Mahimika. Just because we are self-inspired, inspired by a book, inspired by something, we still need Kalyana. Otherwise, we feel lazy, we feel moody. We need good friends, we need Kalyana Mitras to support us. They do help us. Their inspiration is very good, very important. The Buddha said that, the full practice of the Dhamma is dependent upon how much support you receive from Kalyana Mitras. So, may Deva Naga Mahitika help us to be blessed with all these Kalyana Mitras. May they bless and protect all of us for good health, quality of life, prosperity, and safety. May Devanaga Mahitika finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu lokasasanam. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desanam. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu mang paranti chirang rakkhantu mang sadati. May we be in the company of the Kalyana Mitras and not with the Papa Mitras. Thinking thus, we're going to make the wish. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yavani nibbana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today by knowing about the Sangha from different perspectives, especially the enlightened Sangha, Arahant Sangha, and how they function, how they perceive the noble truths. May all these good karmas today, which we've been accumulating, be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana Siddhissa Nichang Vaddhapachayino Chattaru Dhamma Vaddhanti Ayuvanno Sukhang Balam Ayuvarukya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mevacha Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminate Saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I'm going to see all of you next Thursday. Have a good night. Take care in the meantime.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Bhante.
you very much,
Thank
Bhante.
you.
Sadhu,
Okay,
sadhu,
good evening,
Sadhu,
everyone.
sadhu.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante, goodbye.
Sadhu. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night, Bhante.
Take care.
Care too.